I just picked a random machine that we will be hacking today, just so I can show some general methodology. Now I have started a bit, but pretty much all I've done is that I've added this hostname, which I'll show you where to get it from. Pretty much from here. Sometimes sites behaves differently from whether you have the hostname or just the IP, and in this instance it definitely did, but it is a bit CTF-y, but bear with me nevertheless. So essentially all I'm doing here is that I'm fuzzing this particular place right here. It would also make sense to fuzz for a subdomain as well. So let's see. This is basically all that I've done so far. And we discovered that there's an index which shows the same. There's a robots.txt that will show us something. And then there's a test PHP. So this is all that it does. It shows us this incredibly suspicious path right here. Expecting this path, or there might be some filtering in the code. Now, I've already checked for this type of pattern, right? But, so we can still in Linux as well. You can still break out, let me show you. So I can cat something like root, and then I have a directory called cracking, and this will still work, even though we're not just doing this, right? So depending on how the code is written as well, this can be quite useful. So let me try something like that with my payload list. Again, this could be a rabbit hole, but I doubt it. This is just too suspicious. It also said not to be employed, right? So it's giving like a major hint that this is the most likely vulnerable path. So let me simply just try to add that in my payload list. HTTP, and then right there. We actually want to fuzz right here. So let us try that. We can filter by size to 86. Okay. This actually seems like it will work. Interesting. So they have added... Okay. So they have tried to write some protection in the code, but they did not do it securely. So let's try this then to see if it actually works. So... Yep. Okay. That's excellent. So now we have an answer, right? So... Now we have a nullify. So can I do something like... Okay, I can. Okay. This will definitely be interesting. So we have this awesome output right here. It is just it is a binary, the ID binary. This, which is why the output looks so funny, because it's a binary. But I guess I can show you for fun. We can cat it here as well, and it also looks a bit funky indeed. But nevertheless, so we know that this path, and then breaking out of it, and then traversing with this particular pattern, double dot, double slash, right? So that means that most likely here we can find a new fuzzing point. Now, there are techniques, if you aren't aware, where you could essentially take a local file inclusion and create it into a remote call execution. It is no guarantee, but there are certain scenarios where that can happen if you know how to do it, if you know where to look. So I will just take this entire path, and I will repeat what we just did, but now I'll fuzz a different location. So let us take this. Let me use the same word list. It's just my own custom one. You can grab it if you get my cheat sheet. So let's see. We don't know what to filter by yet. So let us just do something like this. So we don't want to do this. Let's see if that would be correct even. I think it should be right. Yeah, that's the right pattern. Right, yes. All right, so I think slash actual is for 60 is for lines. So yeah, it did work. So this is powerful. This is very powerful actually. Because what we can do now is something called log poisoning, if you're not aware. So let me just verify that this actually will in fact work. And given how much it loads, I'm thinking yes. So that's excellent. This is very, very powerful. All right. So if you're not familiar with how log poisoning works, we can see the different things that it logs, right? And we also know that this server runs in PHP, right? And we can see that it logs the user agent that the user is coming from. So this allows us to do something very, very nasty. So I'm sorry, the box died, so we're back.